What scientific breakthrough are we closer to than most people realize? They're hoping that a new drug will be available for use by 2030 that essentially grows your teeth back. It stimulates stem cells in your tooth pulp and encourages growth. Your like and subscription will really help my channel. Insanely effective cancer treatments. Cell therapy is absolutely crazy, and it's available for a fair few diseases. Definitely this. This is the reason I didn't go into radiation therapy physics. I feel the need for radiation therapy will drastically decrease in the near future. Checked the top posts for hair loss treatments, and there was nothing mentioned. Going to go cry now. A cure for HIV seems to be on the horizon. Some scientists managed to cut it out of cells using CRISPR last year. It's kind of crazy to me that there isn't at least an HIV vaccine 40 years after it started. Seems like we've been able to create vaccines for practically every other serious virus. It's just that difficult of a virus to deal with. Synthetic biology. Things going to get weird real soon. Imagine living comfortably to 100 or 200 years old. Brain-computer interface. I worked on one 10 years ago. It barely worked, but you could see the potential. However, a few weeks ago, someone played a 6-hour Civilization 6 session using only their brain. A technological leap forward in battery storage capacity, cheaper and lighter weight. This will have the greatest impact on everyday life. Earthquake warning system up to 2 hours. Permanent GPS antennas are located all over the world and more densely at fault zones. About a year ago, geologists found that if they stacked all historical GPS data proximal to large earthquakes, they saw there is a very small acceleration of the surface about 2 hours before the actual earthquake. We are literally only missing the technology to make even more precise GPS measures, so we can do this in real time on singular regions. Genetic editing. I think we'll soon see news of experimental gene therapy treatments for cancer, diabetes, and perhaps Alzheimer's. CRISPR-9 and all. The next logical step would be designer babies, Gattaca movie. I think designer babies will be banned, and the tech will be limited to fixing medical problems. It's just too creepy and unnatural sounding to most humans. Only thing I could see is super rich people doing it on the black market. Growing organs for transplantation is near. Vaccines for herpes and Lyme's disease are in deep, successful clinical trials and should be available to the public very soon. This could be a major game changer for a lot of people. Preventing Lyme disease would also make outdoor activity in high-tech areas more appealing and less stressful. A cure for symptomatic rabies. Using monoclonal antibodies, scientists were able to alter the immune response in rats' CNS significantly into infection. You can read the study here. This is awesome because before this treatment, once you showed symptoms, you were essentially dead. Rabies is also a lot more common in Asia and Africa, with roughly 56,000 cases a year. Curing addiction with a diet drug, GLP-1s. There have been lifelong alcoholics, drug addicts, people with eating disorders, gamblers, etc., who've lost all desire for these things while on Ozempic and similar drugs. They're conducting studies already. I have a lot of family that works in different pharma companies. We were recently discussing that there is a very promising treatment for Alzheimer's in the works that could stop the progression of the disease and maybe reverse some of the brain damage. It's still in testing phase and wouldn't be on the market for years, but its effect will be amazing. Understanding how hormones and mental illness are linked, especially in women who previously were diagnosed with mental illness, but who had endocrine disorders. And to add, menopause. Your like and subscription will really help my channel. Thanks a lot for your donations.